Hey guys, it's Tara here from Raw Food Livin', and right now I am preparing a feast. This is a full Mexican themed dinner I'm going to be making tonight, and I'm going to show you all of the ingredients and the different foods I'm going to be making. The first recipe I'm making is a raw vegan salsa. So I have cut up the cherry tomatoes here. I also have red onion. I'm going to dice up some chili pepper and lime, and then maybe throw in some extra spices as well, maybe some salt and pepper. Because I'm creating this for other people, I'm putting some ingredients in that I may not usually use for myself, like salt. But it's important that when other people are trying raw food, especially for the first time, that they really enjoy it and get the full benefit of all of the flavors that it has to offer. There was a lot of different ingredients and steps to making these various recipes. I had cauliflower, green onions, spicy peppers, lots of fresh tomatoes, avocados. I had limes and coriander, which they call coriander over here, but it's actually cilantro for most of you. Nuts like fresh walnuts, and also cashews. To make the salsa, it's pretty self-explanatory. I just cut up all the tomatoes and mixed all the ingredients together. It's really worth it to make a homemade salsa. Tastes a little bit different than store-bought, but it's really tasty. The next thing I made was the walnut nut meat, and this was so good. Everybody really loved it. It was kind of an equal portion of walnuts and sun-dried tomatoes. I totally winged this recipe. I did not follow any specific steps other than looking at guidelines online. So really it was just walnuts, sun-dried tomatoes, garlic powder, chili spice, smoked paprika. I think that's pretty much it. You could use whatever you wanted. You could also add in some veggies like zucchini or something like that, even diced up carrots or even shredded carrots. Basically anything to give a taco meat-like texture. It's really, really customizable, so that's why I don't have an exact recipe for this specific one. And the spices are really key here, so I wouldn't recommend leaving out the spices. It's really important to have a lot of flavor and a lot of smokiness in the taco meat. The next thing I prepared was this guacamole, and having fresh and ripe and high quality avocados is really key here. I love avocados so much. You could definitely blend avocados with some zucchini to make it a little bit lower in fat, but when I'm introducing people to raw food who haven't tried it before, high fat foods just appeal to people. So I used straight avocado, mixed it with some green onions and cherry tomatoes and lime juice. You can get as simple as that or more complicated if you want to add more ingredients. Cilantro is also really nice in a guacamole. Okay, you guys, so the feast is completely finished. I'm gonna run you through everything I have here. It took about 2 hours or so to create. So we've got a guacamole. I will put all of the specific ingredients in the description below, but it is made with fresh avocado and coriander, which is cilantro for those of you in North America, lime juice and cherry tomatoes and green onions. And next, we've got this walnut nut meat. And I chopped up and partially blended walnuts and sun-dried tomatoes and a bunch of spices. This is so good. This is really customizable too. You could put any flavors in this dish. And next, we have the salsa. I love fresh salsa. You could also use canned salsa or salsa in a jar, but fresh salsa just has this flavor. So flavorful and so fresh. And this one is mixed with red onions, lime, cilantro, salt and pepper. I think that's all I added in there, maybe a bit of chili as well. The next thing we have is cauliflower rice. So you can see here how the texture is kind of similar to rice, a little bit. It just has a neutral flavor that you can use as a base for all of these toppings. And it's a good introduction to a raw rice-like texture for people who aren't used to raw food. And next we have some corn. I just used canned corn here because the fresh corn isn't always the best in the winter, but if you could find it, what would be the best corn to use is peaches and cream corn fresh from the cob. And then we're putting all of it on this base of iceberg lettuce. It would also be really delicious on zucchini noodles as well. Or you could take lettuce wraps and put all of these toppings in as lettuce cups. That would be really, really good. So we are gonna sit down now to our feast and hopefully everyone enjoys it. This is some people's first time eating any raw food at all. And for some of the people here, it's their second time. So hopefully they'll love it. And if you guys want to see more videos like this of me creating feasts and sharing the recipes of what all of these ingredients and foods are, give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to support the work I do, you can go over to my Patreon, which is patreon.com/rawfoodlivin to support me there. And I will catch you guys next time. Cheers.